it now. And what I do is I start teaching them now that it ain't about the holiday. It's about we gonna do this right here because this is what I found out that helps me to establish my new lifestyle.
I agree with that 100%. I agree with that.
Because I can't change them unless they see it changing with me.
I agree.
And so now I got to look at, okay, why did I wait to December the 12th to start telling you about something I should have told you back last December?
Yeah, they gonna be kicking and screaming.
Yeah, but see, I'm preparing you the other 11 months.
Right.
I'm showing you what we go. It's not about the holiday. It's not about Christmas. It's not about Thanksgiving. It's about what we gonna do every day.
Right.
It's not about the holiday. This is a lifestyle that I want to start living every day.
I can honestly say though that this one in particular is harder than all the rest. This right to your point, like it takes preparation. It really does. It takes some work. It takes some consistency over a good amount of time because this particular holiday here is a tough one. It's more deeply rooted than a lot of others. And I'm hoping other people can kind of see that too. Like this one right here can be pulled up from just like all the rest of them, but it's going to take a little bit more work than all because this is more deeply rooted. This is the one that gets the most celebrated. This is the one that gets the most attention. This is the one. This is the one that has some of the most deeply rooted traditions surrounding around it. Like it's a lot. So I do believe that it can be changed. The mindset can be changed to focus on him. I just also know in reality, like it takes a little bit more work in preparation, to your point, than others. Because I've even seen it in my own household where pretty much all other holidays throughout the year just pretty much get skipped over. Like it don't even matter. Whether it just happened naturally because it really don't pertain to the person, or it's just like, this one right here, this is kind of deeper.
Chop it down one
day at a time. And I agree with them 100% because trying to approach it today for next week is probably not going to get the best results. Like you can't have gifts already under the tree and then say we're not doing this. I probably won't make it. I don't make it till next Sunday, and that kind of thing. So it's like, I get it, and I just learned something.
That's what I mean when I told you to take off the glove because I can't expect it to change overnight.
No.
Sometimes God wants you, He wants to prove to you that He's God. And what I mean by take off the glove and the something He gave me to give to you last week is that it's time for you to make a decision. Because if I gave you here, if I keep allowing you to eat ice cream that I know is bad for you, then I'm not helping. I gave you an opportunity to do this on your own. Now I have to take some things from you. I have to take some wage from you to let you see that the choices you made were the right choices. It's gonna hurt. This is where it comes from. It's where it comes from the point of tough love. I have to show this tough love because I can't keep bending myself if you're not willing to bend yourself. Even in my household, I can't keep participating in what I know is not right. That I know that's not benefiting the direction that I'm going in. In other words, I have to say no. I have to mean no. I have to establish no. And I gotta be willing to go with the consequences that's gonna come behind that. Because I gave you the opportunity to learn on. I gave you the opportunity, but you're not taking it serious enough because I keep helping you. Stop helping. Start letting things present itself and stay focused on the agenda. Because if I don't make it become a reality, I'm still gonna look at it as a thing. I keep supporting something, but then when I figure it's gonna help them, I step back. No, you keep moving forward, even with the littlest one, because see, we have to show by example.
I agree. I see that a lot. I do.
And what he told me is, we talked about is, let if one follow, let follow. He's been following you. But you can lay back. Stop laying back. Your word is your bond. And it's like this right here. I don't have to be forced to go somewhere. But I take away those things that's not getting them to see what I need them to see.
I agree with that.
I quit participating and quit going along with them because if they're not going to change if I don't stand my ground.
I understand.
And so if I got one, then I and it's sad to say, I support that one. I don't support that one and them too. I got to get them to see that one, that okay, if you want this, he's doing this. If you want this, you got to do this to go and get this.
Yeah. I think it's definitely some things that are being seen, and I think people notice when someone's focus changes to be on Christ, you tend to gravitate towards you tend to gravitate towards folks who focus the same. I mean, that just like with him. I mean, people with similar interests tend to gravitate towards each other. So if the focus is on Christ, you're going to tend to gravitate towards it, and vice versa, people who focus on Christ. So I've noticed that in itself, brings a sense of focus on the person, right? So it's like, to your point, like there is more focus being given to, the individuals that are actually involved in trying to come along and trying to stay with it. Understanding or no understanding, difficult or not difficult, it's still sticking with it because they see that there's something there. And there is more attention being given and more focus being given on that.
How you handle that?
I mean, the way that's being handled at this point is just keep moving forward. This is what I tend to put out there is, you're still invited. You're still welcome. It's not a, we shoulda and this, and it just be like, you're still invited, you still can come, still, here goes some thoughts to think about, here goes some encouragement, it's those types of things, but it's not like, you're the, because I'm trying to navigate it, like, I feel like anybody should, just kind of navigate when you're moving forward and trying to get to know Christ more and more and more, and you're seemingly like kind of leaving folks behind whose focus isn't the same. I'm trying to navigate that in a way where I'm trying to make sure that it's not being seen as, it's going to be seen as a sin, but I guess I'm just trying to be careful not to make it seem worse than what it is. Like, I'm not already enough as it is.
But are you leaving them behind now? Think about it. Are you leaving them behind?
Yes.
How you figure that?
Not participating in the same thing.
But are you really leaving behind?
Say it again.
Why are you thinking you leaving them behind?
It just kind of has that feeling. I just kind of have that feeling, like, whereas I'm doing this and going in this direction, and you know how you can kind of see someone struggling and kind of stuck, and all you could really do is just do encouragement, try to.
Why not give them truth? You're not leaving them behind. You just neglecting to give them the truth. That's what the hindrance. That's why I keep telling you go because see you fighting against a spirit that don't want you to win. So you see he got your mind thinking you leaving them behind, but you are really not. You still in your own way. You still choosing to let things, as we talk about that doormat, lay doormat, instead of confronting that issue and helping them to work through that issue. You're not leaving them behind. You just making a tough statement.
So what would be the truth? Just, hey, the reason why this is happening, maybe it's happening is
because I left my connection with God. That's why I'm going through what I'm going through. See, that's the truth about me not not allowing them to settle for the place where they're at. Because if I don't give them the truth, they'll be set free of.
I'm actually glad you said that, because I do that. I do that.
But you show in other areas different. No, you got to stay the same. I can't, just like we was talking earlier, I can't love you now and then don't love you later. I got to love you in spite of what I'm going through, what you're going through. I got to continue to give you the truth. If it hurts you, it's hurting you out of love, so you got to get better. If you want that pain to go away, you're going to choose that love, that toughness that's going to help you get through. But if you keep sugarcoating and not telling them the whole truth, then who is it helping? I can't choose one thing out of 12 to show the love and leave other 11 alone. So I got to make that I got to tell the truth in spite of how they feel, what they're going through, how they see it. I still got to tell the truth. Your life is this way. This is for you. This is growing up in the word. You made this. You see from your own struggle that your life didn't mean nothing until you changed. You was going through all these issues and ups and downs until your life changed. What makes you think they are not going to go through the same thing? The truth set you free. It didn't kill you all. God word never kill you all. You start understanding that when you told the truth outweighed everything else in your life. You had to change. You had to get better. Once you know the word of God, your life changes. And so I do it, and you do it out of love. Quit. I know, see, you got a tendency of still covering. They are not going to get better until you put them out there and let them see for themselves that, okay, I'm going through this struggle because I left the connection I had. You got to tell them the truth. If you're struggling right now, you're struggling because you quit going to seek the word. You start to live your life your own way at your age. That's what we all did. But we had to hit those, had to have those bruises and bump our head against the wall until we got there. Quit sugarcoating them. You're not helping them. Even in the smallest things in your life, in your situation right now, you're not helping them because you're scared to give them the truth. They can handle it. They know the word. You're not leaving behind. You're with them the whole time. Is it you choosing the whole, put these pin make gloves on? No. He didn't get him by holding me. He didn't get him by holding me in the blood. He ain't here by mistakes today. He's here because he's seen that something was true about what was going on in your life. That's why he's with you today. He's living out. He's understanding he can get over those hurdles different now because of what he chooses to do today. Because when he made the statement, you didn't make it for us. He followed because he wanted to.
That's true.
Because he seen something different. He said, no, if I stop doing it, then I'm setting myself up in trouble.
I agree. Technically, a lot hurt.
That's your responsibility.
I know. I'm just saying, like, it's a reality, and I'm just speaking my truth. It's like, you hit somebody with gloves on, it feels different when you take them off.
Yeah, because
you and I, we know that. Like, we know that. Like, it feels different. So it's like when you, it's so think about it like this, and I'm not trying to, because everything that you're saying is true. I'm just saying, if you hit somebody with gloves on, and you tell them, I'm doing this because I love you, that ain't, it ain't gonna respond to something. And I guess the only thing that I'm saying, I gotta work my way to that. I gotta, because, you know what I mean, like that takes some time for me, and I'm just speaking for me, like that takes some time for me. Because I know what it feels like to get hit with gloves on. And then when you balance,
that's your example right there.
I know.
Trust me, that's your example right there. That if you take the gloves out, they will be able to see.
Yeah.
That's because he's with you now. So that's
I'm
your proof right there that you're not doing this to hurt nobody. If you get them tough love, it's to better them. Yeah. And he's where you start at.
Yeah, I know.
And that's the reason why I say those who are strong, you tend to gravitate to them because you want to keep encouraging them, so it won't come your responsibility. They're going to start encouraging too, but they're going to understand, okay, if you want to know how I got this way, this is what I did. I'm with my dad because of this. And so now, if you want this, you will follow them, and you will follow me. That's what every one of our kids, we understand that sometimes we have to present it to them to see what they're going to do with it. Our faith is tested. Will make you think their faith ain't gonna be tested. So I got to see that I'm doing this out of love. In spite of you don't think it, but you know me now. This is what God's saying. You know me now.
Yeah.
So if you know me, you know that I ain't gonna do nothing to hurt you. I'm only here to help you.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I get it.
It's hard. It's hard because it's
I know how I feel about my kids, man.
Yeah. I felt the same way. I still feel the same. I have to get on my oldest child the same thing. I can't hold no punch no more because the only way for me to get you to realize and see it and let it benefit is I gotta be tough with you. I can't sugarcoat that with you because that didn't work. Mm-hmm. It didn't work.
Yeah, because I understand.
So I had to give her the truth. If you want your life to change, start doing things the way God wants you, not the way you want to do, because you're not going to benefit. And I tell my youngest son the same thing. Well, what are you doing? Your life is all over. When are you going to settle down and start focusing on one thing and allow it to produce your life? And I got to quit. And I had to quit thinking that, okay, they'll be all right. No, they ain't going to be all right until you show them how to be all right. They don't know. Like we didn't know. But now they begin to understand that yeah, I'm tough because I have to be. But you know I'm doing it out of love because I refuse to allow myself to go down, not trying to help you. I'd rather go down trying to help you.
That makes sense. I mean, because even Jesus, when we didn't sugarcoat anything, Jesus gave us straight. And some people rebuked him, and some people accepted it. So I definitely have to hang on to that example. Like he gave tough love. He told people what it stuff like this, Christmas and stuff like that, is delivering it in a honest, wholesome way, truthful way is the only way. So, does anybody have any questions or thoughts? We just kind of,
Taking it all in, right?
huh?
I'm just saying, taking it all in.
Yeah, it'd be like that. But I did appreciate the part in here on Daily Bread, and the person that wrote it was just kind of describing Jesus as he went along in his life, and just from from an infant all the way to his death, just what his hands and feet went through. Just sometimes seeing stuff from them different perspectives kind of help you see things different. Just walking. He went from not walking at all to walking from place to place, delivering the word. And it got me to thinking about these descriptions of what his hands and feet went through over the course of his life. It had me thinking about purpose. That even if we don't necessarily know what that purpose is, God has a purpose for us. So the same thing that these hands were used for to maybe do what was wrong can be the same hands to do something right. These same feet that was hurrying up to run to sin and sinful things could be running towards helping others and helping others to see him. So it's like, it really, I saw purpose in this when I read it. I just was like, okay, Jesus had a purpose from day one that the world was able to kind of see it unfold, over the course of his life. And before he even started the ministry, I think it's really amazing how God kind of prepares you for what you're about to do long before you even realize what you're doing. And it's amazing because it's like, just the, because Jesus didn't start his ministry until about 30, I think. I think it was somewhere in there. So it's like 30 years of preparation before he even started the ministry. It just puts me in the mindset of like, what was all the things that God put in him over 30 years before he started teaching us, before he even started doing anything to bring people to the realization, right? So it's like, I think about that in terms of like myself and the people that I see, there's always, God is working on you. He's working in you and he's preparing you for something. So if you're at a point right now where you still feel like you don't have a purpose, it's probably just because, God is just waiting on you. He's still preparing you for what is to come. So it gives me hope and things like that. You don't have to feel like this is it. This is where I'm meant to be. This is all I'm doing for the rest of my life. It's like that might not be the case. But I have realized too, though, that accepting Jesus Christ as he is fully really does propel things in your life. It kind of takes that freeze off of your life and allows you to actually start moving and doing stuff in the purpose that you were meant to be doing. It's almost like your whole life is on pause until that happens. I feel like you're still being prepared. I feel like you're still being given gifts to use, but I feel like you're just not doing anything with that until you kind of make that decision. And then God's like, okay, now you're ready. And then it starts. It's amazing how you feel like your life is starting at 35. So I think about it like from, aspect of Jesus, it's like he had a normal human life up until age 30, and then feel like you're starting your life at 35, 40, you might seem like you wasted a lot, but you really didn't. You know, this was the time now. This was it right now. So I just thought I'd throw that in there because I was thinking about that from the baby break. Anybody else? Got anything you want to add? Okay. Well, that's really all I have, at least in regards to the daily bread and the scripture for today. I guess we can close out in prayer for the daily bread and Sunday school relief. Lord, thank you so much for this opportunity for us to come together and talk about you and what Christ did for us and what he continues to do for us and what this time of year is actually for. I appreciate that information. I love learning something new, and that always happens in your